America's economy feels like a giant standing on shaky ground. And once that ground finally gives way, the impact will not be shared equally. Some states will stagger, some will struggle, and a few will collapse so quickly that people watching from the outside will barely have time to process it. Right now, as you listen to this, warning signs are everywhere. Families drowning in debt, savings disappearing, home values dropping by tens of thousands of dollars in months, entire industries flickering like dying lights. But what most people don't realise is that a recession does not hit every state the same way. Some have strong financial cushions, diversified economies, and well-funded services. Others are already so fragile that one serious shock would be enough to send them straight into freefall. And today you are going to see which 10 states sit on the thinnest ice and why they may be the very first to break if the United States enters a recession. Try to guess it in the comments and let's start. I want you to imagine the map of the country. Now picture certain states glowing red, pulsing with economic stress. That red glow is already bright in places where household debt has passed $40,000 per family, where over 1/5 of the population is living below the poverty line, and where emergency funds barely exist. In some states, reserves are so low that one bad quarter could force cuts to police, schools, hospitals, and basic public services. In others, unemployment is creeping up before the recession has even begun. And in several, housing markets are sliding downward faster than anyone expected. If a recession hits, these states won't have time to adjust. They'll simply buckle. The first state on this list sits in the heart of the country, where rolling hills and small towns disguise an economy stretched far too thin. Unemployment is already above the national average. Nearly 1 in 5 people are living below the poverty line. The state's rainy day fund covers only a single-digit fraction of its annual expenses, meaning one financial shock could lead to emergency cuts across the board. Its manufacturing centres are slowing down, coal revenues are shrinking, and home values, once a source of security for families, have started falling in major cities and rural communities alike. Picture thousands of households suddenly finding their mortgages higher than the value of their homes. Picture people unable to sell or refinance as layoffs rise. This is how collapse begins, slowly, quietly, and then all at once. Next, imagine a tiny New England state, the smallest in the country, but carrying huge recession risk. It has a narrow tax base, a rising unemployment rate, and a cost of living that no longer aligns with average incomes. Healthcare and tourism, its largest employers, are already shedding jobs. Debt loads are rising, pension funds are under pressure, and home prices have reached levels that many residents simply cannot justify. When a recession hits, people cut travel, entertainment, and healthcare spending first. Those cuts would hit this state like a hammer. If the dominoes start to fall, this small state could be one of the first to feel the full weight of a national downturn. Then, there is the fast-growing northwestern state that has been expanding faster than its infrastructure can handle. For years, it was a magnet for new residents seeking affordable homes and open space. But demand pushed home prices into the stratosphere. Now, with tech layoffs and construction slowdowns, the housing market is softening. Inventory is rising. Debt is increasing. And many who bought at peak prices risk being trapped the moment the economy slows. Even worse, the state's emergency fund barely exists. One unexpected drop in tax revenue could disrupt schools, transportation services, and local governments almost immediately. Growth hides weakness, until it doesn't. Another state in the desert, Southwest, famous for sunshine and rapid population growth, now shows cracks under its bright surface. Home prices soared past what local incomes could support. Retirees and young families alike stretch themselves thin to buy or rent. But as unemployment climbs and service sector jobs disappear, those stretched households could face the breaking point. Public services, already underfunded, would struggle to respond. Tourism, construction, and retail, all highly sensitive to economic cycles, would contract sharply in a recession. This state has become a place where people move to escape the high prices of other regions, only to discover that the costs here are rising just as fast, while the economic foundation is far more fragile. Then comes the state built on entertainment and tourism, where neon lights glow over an economy constantly in motion. But behind the bright signs, the numbers tell a grim story. Tourism revenue is falling. Homeowners are slipping underwater on their mortgages again, something people hoped would never return after the last housing crash. Investors who bought properties during the boom are exiting. Unemployment is rising faster here than in almost any other state. And the rainy day fund is so small that even a small slowdown could overwhelm the budget. A deep recession would hit this state like a tidal wave. Jobs could vanish. Revenues could collapse. Housing prices could fall so far that years of wealth would erase overnight. Next, you have a state in the Midwest that relies heavily on manufacturing. Auto plants renowned steel mills and distribution centres are already cutting hours. Orders are slowing. Factory output is dropping. And because so many families depend on these industries, even small disruptions ripple across entire communities. A recession would mean layoffs spreading through towns, rental markets softening, evictions rising, and local businesses losing customers. With low public health spending and limited unemployment benefits, the safety net in this state is weak. Far too weak to support the wave of need that a recession would unleash. Farther southeast is a coastal state that has experienced rapid migration and explosive population growth. New homes, new developments, new highways. But much of that growth sits on unstable financial ground. Housing costs have surged far beyond what local incomes can handle. Tourism is slowing, construction projects are freezing, and the state invests too little in healthcare, education, and infrastructure to withstand a deep downturn. 1 in 3 renters is already struggling. If a recession hits, this state's affordability crisis could turn into a full-scale economic unravelling. Then comes one of the poorest states in the country, where poverty levels approach 20% and emergency reserves are almost non-existent. Hospitals in rural regions are closing. Infrastructure is failing. Homeowners are burdened by rising insurance and energy costs. And job variety growth is slowing to a halt. This state has so few financial buffers that even a mild recession could push entire communities into crisis. A deep recession could trigger something much more severe, a long, grinding economic decline with no easy way out. The next state is one that many once saw as a symbol of economic opportunity, with mountains, booming cities, and rising industries. But today, the shine is fading. Home prices have outpaced incomes for years. Debt loads are among the highest in the nation. Unemployment is rising in tech, tourism, real estate, and construction. And the cost of living has climbed so fast that young people, once eager to move here, are now leaving. With low reserves and overstretched housing markets, this state stands on the brink of a downward spiral if the national economy turns south. And finally, there is the state that faces the most severe risk of collapse. Poverty is widespread. Emergency funds are almost empty. Major industries like shipping, energy, and tourism are shrinking. Homes are becoming unaffordable as insurance, utilities, and taxes rise. Debt burdens are heavy. Healthcare systems are underfunded. Schools are struggling. And infrastructure is crumbling faster than it can be repaired. In a recession, this state's revenues would fall sharply. Jobs would disappear. Public services would be cut. And residents, already stretched thin, would face impossible choices. This is the state most likely to hit true crisis first. As you can see, collapsing economies do not happen randomly. They happen where the ground is weakest. They happen where families are already fighting to stay afloat. They happen where governments save too little, too late. And they happen where industries rely on spending and confidence that disappear once fear sets in. If the United States enters recession, these 10 states will not simply slow down. They will fracture. They will face budget shortfalls, job losses, housing declines, and social stress that could alter them for years. The signs are already visible if you look closely. The question now is not whether the risk exists. It is how soon the trigger will be pulled and what happens after the first state falls. In the end, a recession reveals the truth beneath the surface. And for these states, that truth is harsh. Because when the American giant finally loses its balance, the weakest foundations will be the first to crumble. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe and see you soon. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for educational purposes only, and any results depend on your own decisions and actions.